So, well, bear with me. I'll remember this the best I can, and we'll all try to remember this since it's been a while. But you all had been tailing this suspected, I believe, as a suspected cultist. Um, yeah. Orders were to follow him back to his home, and without causing a scene, find out why he's here. If it's to cause trouble, apprehend him and turn him over to the hands of Ord. Report back when you're. Yeah. So he has retreated to his small apartment, drawn the curtains, is currently out of sight of all of you. Mm-hmm. Sure. No, the Brandon and Brim, yeah, they were over here at the little cafe getting food and yeah, so you're getting food while everyone else does the work. Okay. You okay? Yeah, so you go inside, climb up a flight of steps, um, you know, trot up to his door, press your little bird ears up to it. Give me a perception check. Um, Let me see. Probably not. What kind of bird would you be? Okay, yeah. You hear what sounds like the shuffling of some large parchments around. Sorry, what was that? Oh, okay, okay. How Havel's walking around, just propping up against the fence. Brim's gonna take a nap on the uh uh gazebo over here. All right, what you thinking? Okay, so you drop. dropping your bird form to do. Okay. Um. Yeah. So, you gather up some debris around the area. It's not the cleanest of hallways here. Um. You light up a torch and use it to light this little pile of trash, and it starts a small fire. You know, it starts to smoke up a little bit in the hallway. Um. Okay. It's not a particularly big floor there. There's roughly, we'll say 2 apartments per floor, and it's like a 4-floor building. So yeah, smoke starts filling it up, and you start shouting fire. Um, the slightly more urgency than Maurice Moss would. Um, and a couple people begin scrambling about and running outside. Um, no one stops long enough to look and see that this is just a tiny little fire in the hallway. um, your target steps out into the hallway. Let's see if he notices. Nope. Hold on, we're gonna um check something here. Oh god. Uh, he is startled by the fire, though not paying any attention to how big it is. Xerxes, he pushes you out of the way in his efforts to get to the ground as he barrels down the stairs and outside. Yeah, yeah, whole building's going up. Um, no, no, I think I was the last one. He looks around and sees all the other tenants standing around outside. Yeah, I think we're all out of there. Okay. Yeah, I'll call them again just to make sure. Um, so he uses thaumaturgy to shout for the fire brigade. Xerxes, you step inside the open door to his apartment. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we will make performance and perception checks when that time comes. Um, so Xerxes, you are locked inside his apartment. What are you going to do now? Yeah, you go over. You see on the table there are um a pile of city maps and some uh letters on a table. They seem to have been had some water splashed on them. Perhaps he was trying to prevent them from being burned up. Yeah, yeah, they're just you don't need to open. They're just laying out on the uh table. Yeah, you begin to read over them. Um, it seems to be uh records of activities of the cult of Zahir or of certain members of the cult. Records like I did this at this time. Um, you know, please send further instruction, sort of thing. No, his name does not appear. Um, about this time, the fire brigade arrives. Um, give me a performance check, and Xerxes, give me a perception check. Yeah, so it is kind of hard to hear, because you're trying to, sound loud with not making it sound, too overplayed. But ends up not being as loud as you thought, and you're trying to do that over the shouting of the fire brigade, barking orders at each other. But luckily, Xerxes is attuned to your voice, and she hears the what your voice, and more than that, the fire brigade be marching up the stairs and dousing the smoldering embers of the fire in the hallway. Uh, wait, you're asking what your mission was? Yeah. Yeah, your orders were to follow him back to his home and without causing a scene, find out why he's here. And if it is to cause trouble, apprehend him and turn him over to the hands. Uh, y- yeah. Okay, yeah. Um, uh, let's see. Give me a perception check, and what kind of things are you looking for? Anything. Anything suspicious. uh, I, I mean, natural 20s on skill checks aren't guaranteed. If there's nothing to find, you're not going to find it. However, in this case, you do find something. Um, you head over to his cot on the other side of the room, and there's a small nightstand next to it. Um, and inside you find a large scroll. Um, and you peek at the top of it just long enough to see uh the word manifesto top. Yeah, you open it a bit further and just, skim through it and you find, words like power and control and overthrow and all right. um that is all you're able to find at this point. The fire brigade is trying to open the door to search for further fires. Yeah, the door to the apartment. You, you, they're trying to use the doorknob and you hear pounding at it. You're on the second floor. um, there's like a window over here, and then there's one like over here. So yeah, if yeah, and if you go out that window, you'll be in clear view of the person who knows that that's his window. Or you can jump out the other window. Yeah, he's got another one over here, but Splee won't see you if you go to that one. You'll have. Oh, she could also. He could also see. He's watching the building, watching his window for signs of smoke. If you try and make a gesture there, he's gonna see it. It's basically your choice is. All right. No, no. Yeah, you can kind of see it as it's going on. Splee definitely doesn't. Um and by the time Splee knows what's going on, Xerxes, leapt from the windowsill and um yeah, I'll say you have just a moment where if you see her, pull the curtain aside. I like that. We'll say Bram is just slowly walking this way. Give me a persuasion or deception, your choice. To, let's see. He is going to, with disadvantage, make an insight roll to try and see what's going on. He just barely is like, "What are you talking about?" and goes back to. um, 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 So, Cersei, roll a d6 for me because you're going to take that much falling damage. Yeah, no worries. Room's like, okay, and kind of awkwardly pats you on the back. But Yes, brother. um. Oh, many great things. I've searched long and hard to be reunited with you once again. At this point, the cultist isn't buying it, but he doesn't really care. He just doesn't care anymore, so he looks back the other way. Um, we're gonna see if he's smart enough to realize that Xerxes has come out of nowhere. Xerxes, give me a stealth check to kind of like blend in as you reach the ground. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you don't seem to be noticed as having jumped from the cultist apartment window. Seem to have made it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The hands of order, like the city police, basically, for all intents. Um. This is. Well, it's funny that you say that about this time. Uh. The fire brigade steps outside, and towards faces residents and says, "Uh, we found some debris in the hallway that looks like it had been set on fire. This seems to be a clear case of arson." Give me a deception check, Xerxes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Xerxes, give me a deception check with advantage. I'm going to roll uh 3d20 to make up the opinions of the rest of the tenants and um the fire brigade. Uh um uh, at this point the cultist is obviously denying it. Um well, the fire brigade says, "Well, we can take him in for further questioning. Cast a zone of truth on him. More stuff to show us. Like what kind of stuff?" uh, uh, very well then. Sir, you're going to have to come with us for further questioning. And he puts up protest, but he does go with them non-violently, and they uh, haul him off to the local precinct for questioning. Do you follow with them with your evidence? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so you guys follow the fire brigade back to the local precinct, and uh, you are greeted by a member of the Hands of Ord, and um, I was informed by the brigade that you had additional evidence against the suspect they brought in. Uh, what evidence do you, and of what crimes? And he looks at the um. Oh, would you be willing to make these statements under a zone of truth so that we can confirm their accuracy? uh, I with with who? Yeah, but these guys were not the ones that sent you on the quest initially. Yeah, he was the Laurie of the Library of the Kobolds. Uh, Do you have some sort of something to corroborate your story? You have something to corroborate your story. To back it up. Some sort of proof that what you're saying about being with the Kobold. Look, as much as I'd like to believe you, unless we get we can talk to them and confirm that you were working with them, but these papers, we can't admit these papers as evidence without a uh, statement under as yes, to confirm that where you found these and where you obtained them. All right. Okay, so um They lead you back into a room. They've got a couple of rooms set up with a permanent zone of truce spell in place. Um, interrogation room sort of thing. Makes interrogating here when the subject can't lie back to you. um, so they lead the cultist back to one and you back to another. Um, and so, um, where is it? Uh, so just for your awareness and how to respond, you're aware that the spell has been cast. So you're aware that you're under the influence of it. Until you're no longer within the space. You actually have to make a charisma saving throw. Um, we'll say a 12 is what you need. And if you fail that, you have to tell the truth. Otherwise, you can actually still lie in it. Yeah, the normally with a zone of truth, the caster would know if you failed your save or not. But being that these are permanent castings of it, it doesn't work quite right in that regard. So yeah, you can lie in here and they won't know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they think they've got you under a zone of truth spell when you're not actually being affected by it. So, okay, so he sits you down at a small table. What is your name? What's your last name? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna argue with the name, even though I think it's a bit weird. um. Uh. That is not important right now. I'm here to question you. uh, look, but you said you had to get somewhere. The faster we can get through this, the faster you can get to wherever you need to be. Sorry, won't let it happen again, Xerxes. Uh, who are you working with? Okay. Where did you retrieve these documents, including some letters of cultist activities, maps of the city, and one manifesto? Very well. Very well. And you did not bring these documents with you when before you entered the apartment. You in there before your arrival. Okay. See, that wasn't so hard, Xerxes. You are yes, you are free to go. He is a dwarf. Um, the name's Thurham Coldfeet. Coldfeet. Coal, like you burn coal. Coal feet. Yeah, Thurham Coldfeet. um, you guys leave the Hands of Ord office, or Xerxes does, and she meets up with the rest of you waiting a block or two away. Yeah. When they grant your membership, you become a member. So you guys, hmm so you guys return to the library. I guess it's not technically a library here; it's a temple where they operate. Uh, the you do see Ewo still there at the desk, waiting for you, as well as doing his other duties, and that they're just waiting for you. Good. What was he up to that he needed to? Very well. I guess that is problematic. Uh, you are well on your way to becoming a member, but a membership is not granted quite so easily, especially on such short notice. Um, don't worry, we will get to work on your teleportation tablet. But to provide the information to you in Erden, we do need one more ask of you before you become a member. Well, I don't have any readily available such tasks at the moment. Um, as soon as one does become available, and when you're the next one to receive one, we will send a word to you and let you know so that you. Very well. We will. Yes. Where are you staying that we might find you easier? Yes, that casino, the Lux Run over in the Suncuts Bazaar. Mm, we are familiar of its existence, so can certainly uh, ask for you there. So you guys leave to await word of task. Is there anything you would like to do while you are waiting? Right. Yeah, it was the amulet that you guys found in that underwater dungeon at the beginning of the camp. Yes. So what happened? Because you may have been gone for a couple of. But I'll give you the TLDR of it. Um. Uh. You guys teleported here in pursuit of that one person whose name escapes me right now, but that's okay. Uh. Yes. Um. So there's a bit of a delay in your arrival here from Pers, so you kind of lost the trail. Um. Uh. Brim and Xerxes went to the casino as a way to earn a little bit of cash, get some money, cash flow going. Um, and I believe there was also a rumors that from someone who knew her that she may have been there may have been a hideout for her organization in that area. So the casino doubled as a place to stake out that area. You guys eventually found her, followed her into an underground safe house sort of thing. Um, when you guys tried to raid that safe house, she teleported away once again, but one of the interns there dropped his teleportation tablet, and broke it. Right. Yeah, figure out where they went. Yeah. And yeah, that brings you back to your current missions with the Cobalt Soul to have them piece it together for you. Yes. Yeah. 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 Um. Yeah. Yeah, it's the kind of thing where they um have the ability to leave a message at the casino desk for her. You know, leave a sealed letter there, sort of thing. Um, yeah. So you guys wander back over to see if you can figure out what went on with your suspect. Apprehend. um, the you don't find him initially specifically. Um, but you do later see him walking through the district back towards his apartment. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys follow him back to his apartment and uh give me a perception check. Anyone who would like to. Mhm. Yeah, a handy thing to be able to do if you're especially if you're doing like top down tokens where you can make keep track of which way they're facing. All right. Haviland is definitely not paying attention to what's going on. um, Splee, you don't see anyone coming to visit. You do at one point hear the sound of a bottle break. Seems to come from his apartment. Uh, Curtains are drawn at this point. By this point, it's later in the day, so sun's gone down. He's drawn the curtains. Right. hmm Yeah. Yeah, so you guys keep eye on the apartment for a couple more hours, well into the evening. Um, you see a couple more of the residents return to the apartment. But no one seems to leave at this. Yeah. Yeah, so Xerxes and Brim return to their room at the nice casino, and Splee and Havel, I think you guys had gotten a room at an inn next district over. Yeah. They certainly could. They didn't, but they could. Yeah, you did give them some money, but it's up to. I mean, it's the kind of thing. It was the kind of thing where Xerxes and Brim got their rooms comped at the casino. You could go rent some rooms there. They're just rather expensive. Yeah. This is. Yeah, so you guys get a nice long rest in after a nice hard day's work. And I think this will be a good spot to end for tonight. We'll pick up next week when your next quest is delivered to you. Right. Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. If you do get called in, just let us know, and that way, if Scott ends up being out too, again, plan accordingly. Otherwise, we'll just plan on playing next week.